What a win for the Florida Panthers as they go to Tampa to play the Lightning and defeat them 5-3. Yes, 5-3 against Tampa Bay Lightning in Tampa, Florida at Amalie Arena on a very, very terrible ice that they had. Because at the beginning of the game, they had a ice situation for about a few minutes. Then it went back to the ice situation where the ice was sticky. It wasn't cold or ice enough where it's safe for players to slide in this one. But yeah, that was a good start. good start of the game. You know what I mean? Good start of the game. You know what I mean? Let me just say this first. I am very happy about this game. Absolutely, just ecstatic about this game. As man, I can't believe we're up 3-0. I just can't believe it. Against the Lightning, just absolutely amazing, absolutely awesome to see with this one. Really is. That's my thoughts on this one, folks. Yay. All right. Well, it is. Let's go. Let's take a look at this game. So, I should say this: if you hear a little bit of audio throughout this video, I do apologize. I kept it very low, but loud enough so you can hear. While I was watching, actually, I shouldn't say while, because I haven't been watching until this game ended. Now, I draw my attention to the NFL draft. But we're not up yet, which in the meantime, let's talk about this game, ladies and gentlemen. All right, it is Sergei Bobrovsky going up against Andrei Vasilevsky, as always. And like I said early, there was some ice trouble. So because that there's ice trouble, we can automatically assume that the arena is terrible. But anyway, Florida came out swinging first off, and there was a penalty on Kyle Okposo. So here's the reason for these fourth line change up. So Sam Bennett is hurt, and he had an injury on his wrist, as we know from the Montour friendly fire. So he will not play for a week, which is better news than we thought. Thank God. So he did not travel to Tampa, so they had to make some arrangements. As a result of it, Kyle Okposo is going to play, and they bring up Steven Lorenz to play this game. And how about Steven Lorenz? He was freaking beautiful. He was amazing. His game was beautiful tonight against the Lightning. It was absolutely terrific. Kyle Okposo gets called for a high stick, and I will say this: that was a okay call. Tampa goes on the power play. 2 shots on goal, which was Victor Hedman's slash shot that was saved by Bobrovsky, and Nicholas Pohl's deflection that was saved by Bobrovsky. There was another third shot. There was a third shot on goal. It was Kucherov that was saved by Bobrovsky as well, and then the penalty was killed off. After that penalty was killed off, another penalty was called on Florida. It's Montour get called for hooking on Brandon Hagel, and that's a stupid call. That's a stupid call to make. It's terrible. But another Florida team. Tampa goes on the power play. They do absolutely nothing with this power play. That was killed off. Then after the power play is over, there were a couple of chances on goal for Matthew Tkachuk and Brandon Montour. And then we would eventually get this goal after the face-off win. Goal! Matthew Tkachuk with his snapshot. He was assisted by Verhaeghe. That's his second assist of the postseason. And primary assist is Anton Lundell's. That's his second assist of the postseason. Matthew Tkachuk to get his second goal of the playoffs. Chucky. Absolutely amazing. So 1-0 South Florida. See what I did there? Then we skip ahead. Florida and Tampa go at it with each other. There was some pushing and shoving in a couple of parts, but nothing major to happen. Tampa tries to tie this thing up. They were not able to do so. Forsling gets called for interference, and that's a terrible call. I just don't see how that's an interference. if Hago was already slipped on the ice, and it just so happened that Forsling's momentum was right there to Hagel's. That is a terrible call. I'm sorry. I don't like that call at all. So Tampa goes right back on the power play, and they would score on this power play. I believe it was Cervelli that would score this one. So Tampa ties this one 1-1, or did they? Turns out Paul Maurice challenged this call. Or not call, I shouldn't say call, but they challenged this goal, and it was determined that Tampa was offside, so they disallowed this goal for an offside. So it remains a 1-0 Florida lead. Then another shot on goal happened with Stamkos, and Tampa was pissed off about the fact that the goal was disallowed for offside. They were saying, "Ref, you suck." Well, I mean, how can they say that when Tampa gets most, if not all, the benefit of the calls? Just saying. All right, Stamkos get the slap shot that was saved by Bobrovsky, and they headed to the second period while having a power play on this one. So, the end of the first period, Florida at least is 1-0. All right, second period starts. Power play is killed off, but the moment the power play is killed off, then they actually tied the game up. It's this assist by Kucherov, that's his third assist of the playoffs, and Victor Hedman, that's his third assist of the playoffs. Off the deflection is Steven Stamkos, right beside Ulrich Larson. He deflects this one. Bobrovsky had no chance to get that puck, and it's tied 1-1. So good play there by Tampa Bay Lightning on this one, admittedly so. But 2 minutes later, assisted by Tanner Giroux, off the wrist shot is Tyler Mate. And for the first time in playoffs, Tampa Bay Lightning has the lead. They now lead this one 2-1 at this point. Fantastic. So Amalie Arena is now roaring. They are going crazy in this arena. So the energy is back up. Great. So Tampa has some momentum. A lot of hits against each other. And so they were not able to find the. Tampa was just not able to do anything else with since the goal against Monte. Then Florida gets one shot after that, and they tie this up. This is assisted by Brandon Montour. That's his first assist of the playoffs, and Tarasenko's first assist of the playoffs as well. He is a primary assist. Off the wrist shot, I mean, really, do I have to say his name? Yep, I'm bringing back the nostalgia from the regular season, folks. Off the wrist shot, it's Sam Reinhart. That's his second goal of the playoffs, and he ties this game up 2-2. Amazing. All right, few minutes later, Brandon Hagel and Lothringen went up at each other and beat each other up, and it caused a little bit of scuffle after a Kucherov shot, which was saved by Bobrovsky. So a fight broke loose. They were beating each other up, and it became a 4-on-4. That would be Tampa Bay's only penalty of the game, believe it or not. So after the, let's see, yeah. So a minute after the 4-on-4 is over, we have a goal. This is assisted by Okposo. That's his first assist of the playoffs. His first playoff point in 8 years. And Steven Lorenz gets his first point in the playoffs of I think that's his first career playoff point. I could be wrong. Off the slash shot by the blue line. It's Brandon Montour with the go-ahead goal over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Florida has recaptured the lead by a point. They led a point to start the second period. They now lead by a point by the end of the second period. I mean it's insanity. It's insanity to say that we have all these thoughts saying, "Oh, we're going to lose this one because Tampa's figured it out." The Florida Panthers, especially. Oh, but no, Florida did not panic. They were still as confident as ever. Tampa Bay Lightning looked very nervous, and they make mistakes. And they made a mistake with giving away the puck to Florida, as Florida has recaptured the lead from Montour's slash shot by the blue line. Absolutely amazing shot there by Brandon Montour, and they capitalized. Then a few minutes later, another stinking penalty to Florida. It's Forsling again. He gets called for a trip on Steven Stamkos, and And I don't know. That's a terrible call. Another terrible call. How is it that he falls down on his own and then during the play that happened, and the fact that I don't know that I don't like that call. So Tampa Bay goes back on the power play. Didn't do much in the first half of the power play in the second period, except for giving away the puck by Nicholas Paul. And Los Serrating was trying to get this shorthanded opportunity, but that was saved by Vasilevsky. And we go to the third period, still doing the penalty kill. But Florida recaptures the lead, and like I said, we start the period a point up. We end the second period point up as well, but with a different score line. We started 1-0, we ended 3-2. Difference being both teams scored 2 points in the second period. How does this go in the third period? Well, third period, penalty was killed off. A lot of hits. There was a shot by Stenlund, saved by Vasilevsky. So a lot of hits for each other. So it became a brutal and hit compilation. Shots on goal for Florida, as Vasilevsky was able to save all of them. However, the Sam Bennett energy, and I will say this too, the Ryan Lomberg energy is there in spirit, even though he did not play. I don't think he was there at all because he's dealing with an illness. So, but he is in Tampa. And I would expect him to play Game 4. If not, if they had to come down to it, he would play Game 5. But we'll see what happens on Saturday, folks. But Ryan Lomberg's fourth line, they did their job tonight. As 9 minutes into the third period, we have a goal assisted by Gustav Forsling. That's his second assist of the playoffs. And the primary assist is Nick Cousins. Sup, cuz? That's his first assist of the playoffs. Off the wrist shot, an unlikely scenario too. It's Steven Lorenz. And with the wrist shot, that's his first career playoff goal. I think, I could be wrong, but you can see on his face just how happy, how hyped he was to get this goal. I mean, my goodness, Lorenz, rightly so, he was freaking ecstatic. And we're right behind you, kid. You earned this goal, and you pretty much had us a good feeling, and also due to the fact that you gave us some momentum to pretty much finish the game off, and you gave us a breathing room too. So Amalie Arena in Tampa, quiet as ever, and they're just in shock. Vasilevsky gave up 4 goals in this game, folks. Tampa got the momentum back, though, as a few minutes later, they do get one back, assisted by Eric Kernack. That's his first assist of the playoffs. And Anthony Duclair's second assist of the playoffs. Off the wrist shot is Nicholas Paul, who gets by Bobrovsky in this one. The score is now 4-3. Florida still. Amalie Arena is back alive. Tampa with the momentum. Esamont with the wrist shot that was saved by Bobrovsky. Dumba, who was robbed in the last game, tries to get this one, but that was saved by Bobrovsky. And Bobrovsky was really good at this one tonight too, despite giving up 3 goals. But either way, by this point we have an empty net situation. As Tampa didn't do much with the empty net situation, they didn't even capitalize. By 1 minute 40, was it 1 minute 45? It was somewhere between that and 2 minutes. They finally bring in Vasilevsky off the ice, and they didn't do much with it. However, this should have been 5-3 right then and there. Tarasenko had the puck. He was ready to shoot. He did shoot, but as good of a defender as Stamkos is, he did his job by blocking the puck. I'm like, are you kidding me? That should have been 5-3 right then and there. Thankfully, though, it did eventually become 5-3. Assisted by Forsling with taking the puck away. That's his third assist of the playoffs. And Verhaeghe's third assist of the playoffs as a primary assist. Off the wrist shot, his second goal tonight and the third of the playoffs. That's right. Tkachuk, baby. Matthew Tkachuk gets his second goal of the game and his third goal of the playoffs, and that is a game-sealing empty net goal for the Florida Panthers as the Florida Panthers win this one 5-3 over the Tampa Bay Lightning. And my goodness, I'm going to say it again. This feels absolutely amazing to say we are up 3-up against the Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely awesome. I'm looking at the comments real quick. I just want to find something that's like, oh, the referees blew us up, blah, blah, blah. Absolutely. I want to find an argument with that because let's look at the team stats. I don't want to try to trash talk because there's still one more game left for us to try to win and move on to the second round. And we play the winner of Toronto and Boston. Crap. We have this. So when we look at the team stats, 31 shots on goal for Florida Panthers and 29 shots on goal for Tampa Bay Lightning. So it nearly evens out, but Florida with more of an advantage there. 63 hits for the Florida Panthers, but Tampa Bay came out and they came swinging with 85 hits. Tampa with more face-off wins as well. Yes, I'm going to say this right now. Tampa had 4 power play opportunities. 4 power play opportunities. We were saying this for a while. Well, I didn't say this in preview, which is my fault. But I'm going to say it right here. If you're going to one up the Tampa Bay Lightning, you have to stay off the box. And despite such horrendous calls that the referees were making, they were not able to stay off the box. However, the penalty kill team, the special teams are tested. They are tested in this series against the Lightning. And oh my gosh, the special teams penalty kill passed their test. 0 for 4 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. 0 for 4 in power plays for the Tampa Bay Lightning. They didn't even score 1. All 3 goals are 5-on-5. And that's what NHL so-called experts are saying they struggle with. Their keen is their power plays. And we killed off all 4 power plays. Their only penalty of the game, like I said earlier, is the 4-on-4. And we had 5 total penalties. And guess how many power plays the Florida Panthers have? You guessed it, 0. We had 0 power play opportunities. The referees didn't even give us a damn penalty. They did not give us a power play. They would not. They just would not do it. They just would not do it. I mean, as of right now, I'm kind of looking at the comments, saying something about the referees, and some people are like, not even the referees can help him this time. Go Cats! So they knew they're not going to say anything about that because you know what? There's nothing really to say. The referees didn't do their job, and yet the Florida Panthers worked around it. And I also say this, no power play, no problem. The fourth line did their job. Anyway, 17 block shots for the Florida Panthers. Tampa Bay Lightning had 15 block shots. 8 takeaways for the Florida Panthers, 7 takeaways for the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tampa Bay Lightning gave away 14 times against the Florida Panthers. That is not great. Not great at all. All right, let me see if the Florida Panthers announce or the NHL announce the stars of the game. Oh no, what did I just do? Okay. FLA Florida Panthers. Did they announce 3 stars of the game yet? No, they did not. All right, so here's what I'm going to predict. Who's going to beat the 3 stars of the game, folks. Because as of right now, on this time of recording, there's no one that's 3 stars of the game yet. So here's what I'm going to predict. And you can comment down what I get right, what I get wrong. All right, ready for my prediction? So here's my prediction. My prediction is Matthew Tkachuk gets 1 star for 2 goals. That's it, 2 goals. Carter Verhaeghe, I would say he gets 3 stars for being the assist player. And 2 stars goes to Brandon Montour. That's who I think is going to get these stars. If I'm wrong, let me know. If I'm right, if I'm perfect, let me know as well. All right, guys. So, Florida Panthers, and this will never get old until we actually have to win this. Florida Panthers are up 3-0 against the Tampa Bay Lightning. 3-0. We got 2 big wins at home. We got a massive win on the road in Tampa, Florida, against the Lightning. One more game. All it takes is to advance to the second round, and we can be able to do that on Saturday. Tampa Bay Lightning is going to play harder, and they're going to find some rhythms. They're going to figure out a plan. They're going to get taught lessons from John Cooper. I'm telling you that right now. So be prepared for that. Keep themselves ahead against the Lightning, and I think we'll be okay. But we're not done. Our job is not done. It will not be done until we go to the finals and win it. But we have to get through the Tampa Bay Lightning first. And we have a big moment to do that on Saturday. So that's going to do it for this one, folks. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button for content because Miami Team you guys back. And what you know, keep it right there with you for your team you deserve. Tonight, I'm going to do a breaking news video from the Miami Dolphins side because of this draft. That's why I'm watching the draft right now. As of right now, they're 19th pick. So we're almost there. So, yeah, folks, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys tonight with who did the Dolphins pick. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it. Let's go Panthers, and I'll see you guys tonight. Good night, folks.